So how do you communicate effectively to your church or your ministry without a website? That's what we're going to talk about today in this Digital in 5 show. Hey heroes, my name is Tom Pounder and this is the Digital in 5 show. This is the show where we take 5 minutes to talk about digital tools or trends that are happening around the world and how they apply into our ministry context. And today we're going to talk about 3 communication tools that you can use if you don't have a website. But just to clarify things real quick, the optimal thing for you to have is a website. You want a website because you own the website. You pay money for that. You have control over your website and you can utilize that at all times. So it's optimal for you to have a website. But just in case you don't have a website, or here's the other thing, in case your website goes down for a period of time, obviously you have to have someone host your website, and sometimes those hosts shut down your website for maintenance or whatnot. And the reality is it's an unfortunate thing, but it's a necessary thing for the host to do. And sometimes your website goes offline or there's an error that happens and your website is offline. So what do? How do you still communicate effectively to your church or your ministry without a website? That's the scenario today, and that's what we're going to talk about. So I'm going to highlight 3 of those ways. And as I highlight these, I just want to make sure that you know these are in no particular order. These are just 3 that have come to mind. The first one is email. Email is a great way for you to communicate to your church or your ministries without having a website, because in an email you can shoot everyone a simple text or image or video or whatever it is that you need to communicate to everyone's email address. Most people have email addresses these days, and whether or not they check it or not is not the importance. It's that they do have an email and you can communicate whatever you need to communicate, whether it's a devotional you want to encourage them, or it's highlighting an upcoming event or celebrating something. There's lots of things that you can email them without a website. So I want to encourage you to email and make sure that they get that information, whatever it is that you need to communicate. The second thing that you can do is to utilize social media. Social media is so vast and so massive, and there's lots of different social media platforms that your congregation or ministry leaders are on. And so find out which ones are on, utilize that social media, and then communicate your message. Again, if you want to communicate a devotional, if you want to highlight something that's coming up or celebrate something that's coming up, make a point about this sermon or that message, you can do that all on social media. And you can do it in a variety of ways. You can do it via text. You can do it on video like TikTok or Reels or YouTube Shorts or YouTube in general. You can highlight in a variety of ways on social media, and you don't even need a website to draw them to. You can just simply communicate what you need to communicate and encourage them, if they need to respond to you, to post a comment or simply email you back at your email address. So social media is a great opportunity for you to do that. And again, there's a wide variety of ways that you can communicate your content, whether, again, it's a video, a picture, text, whatever it could be. There's lots of great opportunities for you to do that on social media. And thirdly is to utilize text messaging. I love text messaging, and all the stats show that over 90% of the text messages that you send will get open or will get read. In fact, if they get read, they do get open. And so the open rate for text messages is so high. And because of that, you can communicate your message there. You can send an attachment, you can send a short blurb about what's going on. But it's just a great, effective way for people to know what's happening or be encouraged. And again, you can send a devotional via text message. I do this all the time, and it's just a great way to encourage people in Christ. And so those are 3 ways that you can communicate outside of the website. Now remember, the website is so important. It's really helpful, and it would be great for you to have one. But just in case of that scenario where you don't have one for a period of time, I would encourage you to utilize those 3 options and really communicate continuously to those people in your church or your ministry. But those are my ideas. I would love to hear your ideas. So if you got ideas, definitely put it in the comment section below, or hit me up on Twitter at @TAPounder is my Twitter handle. I would love for us to continue this conversation online, and so that we can find more ways that we can communicate without a website for whatever reason it is. All right, here's where that wraps it up for another episode of the Digital in 5 show. Thanks so much for being with me today. As always, if you enjoyed this, subscribe to it. It's on iTunes, it's on Spotify, it's on YouTube. You can go to the Digital Bootcamp Facebook group on Facebook, or you can just simply go to tompounder.com and you can find all my content there as I highlight different podcasts, blogs, ebooks that I have, as well as coaching and cohorts that we have going on as well. So I'd love for you to check out tompounder.com. All right, heroes, well, I hope you have a great rest of your day. And until next time, have a great one.